August 31st, 2024. NHK terminated a presenter's contract on Friday after he referred to the Senkaku Islands as Chinese territory during a broadcast earlier last week. The presenter, a Chinese national, made the controversial comment during a Chinese language program, deviating from the script for 20 seconds. He also mentioned historical grievances like the Nanjing massacre and comfort women, and criticized NHK for revisionist historical rhetoric. NHK's chief apologized for the incident, and the company has promised to take steps to prevent similar occurrences in the future, including pre-recording Chinese news broadcasts and considering using AI-generated voices. NHK is also seeking damages from the presenter and exploring potential criminal charges. Japan's defense ministry has confirmed that a Chinese military plane violated Japanese airspace over the Danzhou Islands in the East China Sea. The Y-9 intelligence plane flew over the area for about 2 minutes before heading back towards China. This incident, the first such violation by a Chinese military plane, follows previous provocations by China near the Senkaku Islands, a disputed territory between the two countries. Japan has lodged a formal complaint with China over the intrusion, seeking assurances that it will not happen again. Officials are cautious about overreacting, noting that the violation may not have been intentional. Paralympic archer Chika Shigesada has voluntarily withdrawn from the Paris Paralympics after being shown to have defamed another athlete online. The Japanese Paralympic Committee, JPC, announced her withdrawal after a court ordered her to pay compensation for the defamation. Shigesada's legal team initially appealed the ruling but later withdrew it. The JPC questioned Shigesada about the incident, and she ultimately decided to withdraw from the Paralympics. The JPC president emphasized the importance of integrity in sports and stated that defamation cannot be tolerated. The Paris Paralympics are set to begin this week. A self-proclaimed French artist was arrested for drawing graffiti with a black felt-tip pen on the walls of the Kyoto International Manga Museum without permission. The walls are filled with autographs and illustrations by famous manga artists, making it a popular destination. The man admitted to the allegations, saying that he had signed his autographs. The museum usually asks artists through invitation to draw on the walls, making the unauthorized graffiti particularly upsetting. The museum took note that the man had spent time in the cafe without eating or drinking, discovered the so-called autographs, and filed a damage report. Chum salmon, a popular fish in Japan, is facing competition from pink salmon in the northern Pacific Ocean due to global warming. The chum salmon, born in Japan, migrate through nearby seas before returning to spawn in Japanese rivers. However, their return to Japanese waters has decreased in recent years, while pink salmon numbers have increased, leading to competition for food resources. The rise in ocean temperatures due to climate change has allowed pink salmon to thrive in previously cold regions, impacting the ecosystem and ultimately shrinking the chum salmon population in Japan from approximately 70 million to 25 million fish over the past 2 decades. The findings will be published in a report by the North Pacific Anadromous Fish Commission. Japan's SLIM, or Smart Lander for Investigating Moon, mission has officially ended after almost a year since its launch and 8 months since landing on the moon. Despite facing challenges such as landing at an angle that reduced sunlight exposure and running on batteries instead of solar power, SLIM exceeded expectations by achieving the world's first pinpoint landing and conducting successful scientific observations. Although communication with the lander was lost in April, NASA utilized the mission to test technology for future precise lunar landings. JAXA expressed gratitude to all involved in the mission and plans to publish a report on SLIM's scientific contributions soon. At the third Japan-India ministerial meeting in New Delhi, the two countries agreed to boost their defense cooperation, focusing on the transfer of the advanced naval ship communication antenna system known as Unicorn. Developed by Japanese companies NEC Corporation, Sampa Kogyo KK, and Yokohama Rubber, Unicorn combines multiple antennas into a single support column to enhance stealth and increase radio wave detection range. The system, which includes various antennas for different purposes, has received recognition for its innovative design and is aimed at enhancing the military capabilities of naval vessels through improved equipment and stealth technology. Professor Ren Hirayama and his research group at Waseda University discovered crocodilian fossils from the Upper Cretaceous period, determining their prey to be organisms with hard skeletons. The fossils, belonging to the Paraalligatoridae family, showed wear on the teeth that suggested they hunted terrestrial dinosaurs and turtles, not fish. The crocodilians were estimated to be around 3 meters long and lived near the sea in coastal areas during the Cretaceous period. This study, supported by Kuji City and the Kuji Amber Museum, aimed to understand the prehistoric ecosystem of Japan, where dinosaurs and crocodiles lived together 90 million years ago. Future excavations are planned. Common sense can go a long way for foreign tourists unfamiliar with Japanese norms. However, a 61-year-old Austrian tourist and his 40-something Japanese acquaintance went a bit too far by engaging in sexual activity on shrine grounds in Kisanuma, Miyagi Prefecture. A witness reported the incident to the police, leading to the pair facing charges of disrespecting a place of worship. While Japan has facilities like love hotels for intimate encounters, this act was considered a breach of social norms and has led to legal consequences for the individuals. Continuing with vice-related news, a male high school teacher in Saitama City has been arrested for secretly filming female students in the dressing room of a school dormitory. Ayato Suzuki, 36, is accused of setting up a small camera in the girls' dressing room of the public high school where he works. The incident was discovered when a student found the camera on the floor. The SD card, seized by authorities, contained several videos of female students. Suzuki has admitted to the charges, and police suspect there may be more crimes to uncover. The investigation is ongoing. Singtel's regional data center arm, Nexera, is collaborating with Hitachi to develop data centers in Japan and the wider Asia-Pacific region. A memorandum of understanding, announced on Monday, was signed between the companies, expanding on a previous partnership to integrate their Paragon platform with Hitachi's AI applications. Hitachi will explore using Singtel's GPU as a service for its AI applications, enhancing digital technologies. The partnership aims to create more power-efficient methodologies for enterprise sustainability goals. Both companies may co-create enterprise applications combining their technologies. Singtel executive Bill Chang said the partnership will help enterprises innovate and transform through cloud and AI in the expanding Japanese market. Pending budget approval, the Japan Coast Guard is set to build a large patrol vessel to improve disaster response and emergency capabilities. The vessel will be 200 meters long, displace 30,000 tons, and cost 3.4 billion yen to construct, or US dollars 24 million. It is expected to be operational by fiscal 2029, accommodating up to 1,000 personnel, helicopters, rubber boats, and the ability to transport up to 1,000 people during emergencies. This decision comes amidst tensions over the Senkaku Islands, with the vessel intended to deter potential Chinese incursions. China is also expanding its maritime capabilities with so-called monster ships, like the 12,000-ton Jiaotou-class patrol vessels, larger than any current vessels in the Japan Coast Guard. Despite being well known for its earthquake research, Japan is far behind when it comes to volcano research. The funding and attention given to volcano research has resulted in fewer volcanologists and outdated studies. In April, the country established the Headquarters for Volcano Research Promotion to study eruption probabilities and develop observation plans for its 111 active volcanoes, 10% of the world total. Toshitsugu Fujii, a magmatology expert, is leading the effort to increase research positions in the field. Japan is prioritizing volcanic disaster prevention, designating August 26th as Volcanic Disaster Prevention Day and updating evacuation plans for Mount Fuji residents. Archaeologists in Germany found a rare 17th century Japanese samurai sword in a Berlin cellar destroyed in World War II. Initially thought to be a parade saber, further analysis revealed it was a wakizashi short sword from Japan's Edo period, possibly dating back to the 16th century. The sword, possibly brought to Germany in the 1800s, had intricate decorations depicting the god Daigoku, chrysanthemum flowers, and water lines. The handle was damaged, but restoration showed it to be a traditional samurai backup weapon. The shortened blade and non-original handle suggest the sword's age may be older. Its origins and how it came to be in Berlin, however, remain a mystery. The Japan Tourism Agency is aiming to eliminate the 500,000 yen cap on tax exemptions for foreign shoppers buying goods in Japan to attract more luxury shoppers. Currently, tourists can avoid paying sales tax on items like cosmetics and alcohol if they take them out of the country. The limit was originally put in place to prevent fraud, but the agency believes it is no longer necessary with the implementation of a tax refund system where travelers pay tax up front and get a refund upon departure. This change is expected to happen soon as part of a larger shift towards simplifying the tax refund process for foreign shoppers. Japan's population decline has led to a new government plan to offer 600,000 yen or $4,000 US to women who move away from Tokyo and marry someone in a less populated area. This initiative aims to evenly distribute the population and prevent rural areas from fading away. Tokyo residents or commuters living in central wards are eligible, with specific cities yet to be determined. The decision to offer the grant only to women may face criticism, but is seen as a way to attract more women back to rural areas with limited marriage opportunities. Funding is planned for the 2025 fiscal year budget. Tokyo police arrested 2 women suspected to be part of the worldwide gang called Pink Panda. Known for stealing jewelry, Pink Panda gang members are mainly from China's Hunan province. Yi Chaofeng, a 37-year-old Chinese national, and another unnamed woman allegedly stole 6 pearl pendants worth nearly 1.9 million yen, or $13,000 at an international jewelry exhibition in Tokyo in January. The suspects had entered Japan on short-stay visas and left the country the following day. They were identified through video footage and caught upon their return to Japan this week for a jewelry event in Tokyo. The police are investigating their potential involvement in other thefts that took place at the January exhibition. Musashino Art University in Tokyo plans to raise fees for foreign students by 363,000 yen, or $2,500 per year from 2025, which is around 20% of existing tuition. This decision has sparked backlash and protests, with foreign students feeling unfairly targeted and discriminatory as domestic tuition fees remain the same. The university defends the move as aiming to improve the study environment for international students, offering Japanese language and culture programs and scholarships. Some Chinese students, who represent half of foreign students at Musashino University, have expressed their difficulties affording current tuition despite being able to work part-time on student visas. Others express frustration at the university's apparent lack of compassion towards foreign students. Recent heavy rains in Tokyo have raised safety concerns for central Tokyo subway stations. Torrential downpours in central Tokyo on August 21st caused subway stations operated by Toei and Tokyo Metro to flood due to heavy rain that exceeded expectations. Tokyo Metro staff were unable to set up water-blocking panels in time, leading to flooding at stations. Tokyo Metro is considering design changes for water-blocking panels and emphasizing the need for caution during heavy rain warnings. Toei experienced its first major flooding incident in 35 years at Kokuritsu Kyogijo Station and has implemented a flooding countermeasure facility maintenance plan. Both Tokyo Metro and Toei urge passengers to stay calm and follow station staff directions during flooding for their safety. The mayor of Kawaguchi, Saitama Prefecture, received a death threat on social media after making comments about Kurds in Japan. The threat, posted on June 11th, included an image of the mayor on a TV show discussing hate speech against Kurds. The mayor reported the threat to the police, who are investigating the incident. The mayor clarified that he was calling for measures against foreigners committing illegal acts, but also advocating for basic living standards until repatriation. He emphasized that he was not offering special protection to Kurds. Japanese sports equipment maker ASICS is discontinuing its baseball gear business due to the declining popularity of the sport in Japan. Since entering the baseball equipment market in 1973, ASICS has supplied professional players with shoes, gloves, and other equipment. However, profits have decreased as the number of players diminishes. The company will cease selling baseball gear, apart from shoes, from September next year to focus on products with growth potential overseas, such as tennis equipment and running shoes. ASICS currently sponsors 11 professional baseball players, but will now only provide support for shoes. Aoi Hanazawa, a 33-year-old female reporter for the Nihon Keizai Shimbun newspaper, has been arrested by the Metropolitan Police Department on suspicion of violating the Anti-Stalking Act. She allegedly sent a male reporter from another media organization 64 text messages using the PayPal e-payment app, including messages such as, "I want to see you." Hanazawa denies the accusations and claims she thought she had been accepted because he did not block her. Prior to her arrest, the police had warned her verbally multiple times in early August about stalking the man. Nikkei, the publisher of the Nihon Keizai Shimbun newspaper, stated they will respond after learning more about the situation. A new system called JESTA in Japan will require visitors from visa-exempt countries to declare personal information online before entering the country, similar to the ESTA system, or Electronic System for Travel Authorization, in the United States. The government aims to reduce illegal immigration by screening travelers before they arrive, with those flagged as a risk being denied authorization. Expected to be implemented by 2030, JESTA will inconvenience visitors accustomed to the visa exemption process, as it will require information to be provided before their trip. Additionally, a trial system will check passenger information against a blacklist of sorts to prevent individuals with criminal records from traveling to Japan. Japanese police data for the first half of the year revealed that almost 4,000 people who died alone at home were not discovered for over a month. The National Police Agency's report highlights the issue of unattended deaths due to loneliness or isolation. 30% of individuals found dead at home lived alone, with over 70% being 65 years or older. Nearly 15,000 were found within a day of death, but almost 4,000 were discovered after more than 30 days, including some after a year. The agency plans to share the report with a government working group addressing this problem. That brings us to the end of the news items for this week. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.